Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Suburban Stone Age. Today's video is an update on the $300 tiny house. I am doing interior work on the house, and I wanted to show you a little bit about what that looks like. So this is finished work. The house is basically structurally done, but I really wanted to take my time and make it look nice in here, and I'm really proud of this little place, and I wanted to spend a lot of time so that when you come in here, you could tell that it was attended to by a loving hand and that it looks nice and feels very comfortable to be in here. And so the finished work that I want to do is to cover up all the play dome bars and, some of the reinforced wire that was, over the top, and have it look finished. So the way that we do that is I still mix up using the same earth from the backyard, a thinner mix though of soil, straw, and water. And I'm very fortunate in the fact that my particular soil seems to actually already be in proportions that are good for this type of project, so I don't need to add additional sand or amendments or anything. Whereas the exterior and the mass of the walls was a bit of a thicker mix, chunky, because it's just the bulk. The interior mix has been thinned down, and what I do is I take it when it's wet and I smooth it on. And I'm trying to build up these little places to eventually hide this structural work. And I smooth it on, and then a couple hours later when it's set and hardened a little bit, I think they call it leather hard, I come back with a stone, a river rock, and I would just pack it in, fill in any cracks, and smooth it out. So this is what I did yesterday. So I smoothed it out with this rock once already. Okay, I just went in and pushed the leather hard earth, and it's hard and smooth. But there is still a little bit more cracking. So the way this is going to have to work is that I'm going to have to go over it quite a few times and build up the layers. Just constantly going in, packing the earth, letting it dry, repairing and healing up the cracks, smoothing it out, going back, adding another layer, smoothing it out. It's pretty fast work, and I like it because it's soothing. I don't know. It feels good to work with the earth like this. It's like art. But that's where we are. So here's a quick review of the different layers. This is raw interior. Okay, so that's the play dome structure here. This is the reinforcement for the earth, the thin earthen layer above. This here is with one layer applied, smoothed out, dried a little while, and then repaired and pressed with a stone, but still just one layer. And then this is also one layer, and it's getting higher vertically. You can see this is much more rough and cracked. I haven't gone back and I haven't smoothed it out. I haven't repaired the cracks. As you can see though, it's still moist and malleable, right? So you can smush. So I will be doing that. The reason I left this particular segment, and I'm going up over my head now, I left this particular segment so rough and unrefined is because as we go vertical, you have to apply thinner and thinner layers. You have to build the layers up. So you have to apply more but thinner layers so that they can stick, because they're basically hanging upside down off the roof. All right, so I'm circling above, and you can see, we'll poke over to the skylight right there. Whoop, there's the sun. Okay. So here's another comparison, and I think what I learned as I was going through this, I've never done this before, is that In the early stages, because I'm layering, it's okay to leave a rough coat. Repair the cracks that you can, but sometimes the roughness of the coat, I've found, actually helps it to dry better without cracking. I don't know if it's a surface area thing or what, but if you try to get it to look too pretty too soon, you actually end up with more cracks than you would if you add a rougher layer, heal the cracks, but don't try to refine it. Add a layer on top of that, same thing, heal the cracks, and then start to refine those upper layers as they fill in the layers down below. That's my theory. And it takes a lot more time to smooth out with the stone, to smooth out these areas. I didn't want to spend that time if it wasn't necessary. So I'm still learning as I go. I'm hoping it's just a few more days to get the interior completely plastered to the point where you can't see any wire, you can't see any of the bars. It's smooth and presentable and comfortable and dry. And then I'm going to start to put in, my little hangout spot, a chair for guests, place to put my drinks, and we will have a cozy little den to hang out and shoot videos in. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you want to know more about this project, which is so awesome, I love this project and I'm super excited about it, hit that subscribe button because we're going to be talking about this all winter as I keep working on it and just as it evolves. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video and leave me any questions you might have in the comments. Or if you have any suggestions on how we should decorate or, add anything to the $300 tiny house. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.